She has been standing here for 6 hours.
She cannot feel her hands, and she cannot move.
The ground beneath her feet is trembling. Something enormous is coming.
28,000 years before you were born. Eastern Europe. Deep winter. Her name is Kael, and the spear is already planted.
I'm the witness. I have been watching this particular winter for a long time.
Tonight, the story of one woman, one hunt, and the 9 days that made it necessary. The tribe has not eaten in 9 days. Not properly. Not enough. There are 31 people in this camp. 6 of them are children under 5. The hunters left 3 weeks ago, following a herd north. They have not come back.
This is not unusual. Sometimes the hunt takes 4 weeks. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes the hunters do not come back.
The camp is a circle of mammoth bones, skulls set into the frozen ground as foundations, tusks arching overhead like ribs.
Everything in this shelter came from a mammoth. The walls, the fuel, the clothing, the needles used to sew the clothing.
A single adult mammoth weighs 6 tons. It provides over 1,000 kilograms of meat, more than 2 million calories. 30 people, 2 weeks.
That is what they are out of. That is what they need. For 60 years, archaeologists assumed all mammoth hunters were men. The bones disagreed. Fossil evidence shows females and males experience the same skeletal traumas, the same stress fractures, the same tooth wear,
The same hard life, hunting the same enormous animals. The bones did not know they were supposed to sort themselves by gender.
Kael goes because she is the only one left who can track. Not despite anything, because of everything. Women have a physiological advantage in endurance. Estrogen increases fat metabolism, gives muscles a longer fuel source, prevents breakdown on long hunts. A 3-day solo trek through a blizzard is not a power event. It is an endurance event. She is the right person for this. Everyone knows it. Nobody asks whether it's appropriate. There are 6 children who haven't eaten in 9 days. Appropriate is a luxury.
She takes 1 spear, stone tip, bone shaft, pine pitch lashing, 3 days to make. Irreplaceable.
She takes dried moss for fire, a scraper for hide, a small pouch of rendered fat. This is her food for the journey.
She leaves before dawn. The children are still sleeping. She does not wake them to say goodbye.
The witness notes, this is not heroism. This is logistics. 2 different things.
Day 1, she finds prints in the snow. Fresh, maybe 6 hours old. A herd moving southeast. Mammoth prints in deep snow are unmistakable. Each one the size of a cartwheel, sunk 30 centimeters into the ground. She reads the spacing. Not running, grazing, and moving. She is gaining on them.
Day 2, the blizzard comes. The prints fill with snow within the hour. She switches to reading broken branches, the direction the dead grass has bent.
She drinks melted snow. She has eaten the last of the rendered fat. She is cold in a way that has no good English word. Cold that is also fear. Cold that is also hunger.
Day 3, she smells them before she sees them. Mammoths have a specific odor. Musky, thick, like wet wool and earth and something alive. A herd of 7, on a ridge maybe 400 meters away. She gets downwind. She stops. She needs a juvenile, smaller target, thinner hide, more manageable carcass. She needs it separated from the herd. She waits. She waits for 3 hours, in a blizzard. The witness has a lot of respect for patience. This is among the most patient things he has ever watched. Here is what you think happened. She threw the spear. She didn't. Throwing a spear at a 6-ton mammoth leaves you with no spear and an angry mammoth. This is not a good outcome. She plants the spear in frozen ground, tip angled upward toward the animal's shoulder, braced against the earth.
Then she makes noise. She shouts. She waves her arms. She looks enormous.
The juvenile charges. It is young. It is confused. It has never seen a human before. The mammoth's own weight drives the spear in. Deeper than any human arm could push it. The animal's momentum does the work. Berkeley archaeologists published this theory in 2024.
Kael figured it out 28,000 years earlier, without the paper.
The mammoth doesn't run far. It is already bleeding from somewhere vital. She follows. She waits again. When it falls, the sound carries across the steppe like something breaking that was never meant to break.
Now she has a different problem.
2 tons of meat. 3 days from camp. Alone. In a blizzard. She has exactly as long as it takes the wolves to arrive. They are already coming. She can hear them. She butchers fast, takes the most calorie-dense cuts, the fat, the tongue, the liver, fills the hide she brought, 40 kilograms.
She scores the carcass, marks the site with stones and a branch. The tribe will come back tomorrow for the rest, if she makes it back.
The wolves arrive 11 minutes after she leaves. The witness counted. He had time.
She has been walking for 4 days total. She has eaten almost nothing. She is carrying 40 kilograms of meat through a blizzard. Her hands are going numb. Not cold numb. Frostbite numb.
She falls on day 4, gets up, falls again on day 5, gets up again. Here is the part the archaeology doesn't record, the part between the kill and the camp, the part that happens alone.
We have found mammoth kill sites. We have found campsites. We have found everything except evidence of what it took to walk between them, alone, in winter. She sees the camp on the morning of day 6. The bone shelter. A thin thread of smoke from the fire.
A child sees her first, runs, shouts something. Then they are all running toward her. She sets the hide down before they reach her. She cannot hold it anymore. Her hands have stopped working.
Nobody speaks for a moment. They look at what she brought. Then they look at her hands. They ate for 2 weeks on what she carried. They went back for the rest the following morning. Nobody wrote her name down. We don't know it.
The mammoths she hunted are gone now. The last ones died 4,000 years ago, when the pyramids were already standing.
Humans hunted them for 2 million calories at a time, for shelter, for clothing, for the needles to sew the clothing, for the fuel to heat the shelter that was built from their bones.
We named the mammoth before we named the woman who hunted it. We have given individual mammoths names. Luba, Yuka, Elma. Kael remains unknown.
That woman in the blizzard. Spear planted. Ground trembling. 6 hours of stillness.
She was not remarkable because she was a woman who hunted. She was remarkable because she did it alone, in a blizzard, for 9 days of starving children, and then walked home.
Next time, the first art. What the cave paintings were actually trying to say, and why the answer is stranger than you think. I'll see you there.